Every business is unique, and even if it's in the same markets, they all operate differently. So we have to be real fast learners, and not only fast learners, but we have to look at what the market they're in and the segments that they're in, and what is happening in those things. As I mentioned in that earlier story, when we did a little bit of homework, we found that that client whose sales eventually increased 56% was in a market that was increasing 11% a year, and before we got there, they weren't even realizing half of that, right? So we have to be investigators and have to open mind and ask a lot of questions to understand what's going on. So that's the first piece.
Okay.
The second piece is we're truthsayers, and what I mean by that is if a client is committed to changing things, we're going to work really well together. And I don't mean wholesale changes where we're going to just blow up the sales and marketing organizations, but the fact is that whatever they were doing in the past got them to where they are today. So if they want to move forward, they can't continue to repeat what that was. It has to change. So we really want to understand if they're committed to the C word, right? When I say C word, it's change. And one of the things we ask before we engage with a CEO and their company is we ask them two questions. Would you like us to tell you what you want to hear, or would you like us to tell you the truth? And every time they say, no, we want to hear the truth. And it's like, okay, good. Now, in time, as we uncover things, and maybe things they didn't realize, or maybe things that they were actually responsible for, because it does start at the top, right?
Correct.
We have to be open-minded about it. We'll professionally, constructively say, look, this is, might be the way you thought it was, but it is not the way it actually is. So we're truthsayers. And the other key thing is that we're now going to be working towards results. Consulting, gathering information is all great. I'm sure there's value to it, but what does it mean to the business? How is that going to drive top-line sales growth on a consistent basis, on a predictable basis for that company? And not just while we're there, because that's a challenge enough. More importantly, when we're not there.